Hi guys, this is Rosa Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here to talk about the books that I want to read for the month of October, or at least I'm hoping I can get to these books. Welcome back to my channel. So for this month I have quite the TBR. There's a lot of books that I want to get to, but also I do have a lot of these books on audiobook, so I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be able to go through these hopefully quickly. And today when I'm recording this video is October 5th, so I actually already finished a couple of books, so I'm feeling pretty confident. So let me first start with some middle grade. Me and my daughter have been doing like read along together, and I'm excited. She's been getting more into spooky books. So the first one that we are currently reading right now is Coraline. This is by Neil Gaiman, and so of course this is a classic on children's middle grade reads and also adults, because it's quite spooky actually. So my daughter loves the movie and she really wanted to read the book, so we have been doing a couple chapters each night and we're really enjoying this book. So we're following the story of this little girl who moves into this house with her parents, and then she kind of finds this little hidden door. She goes into it and she discovers this other world where she has another mother and another father with button eyes, and everything seems to be so perfect in that world until the mother decides to keep her onto that world, and then she's trying to escape. So it's really interesting. There's of course a movie about it, which is a little bit creepy, to be honest, to be a kids movie, but it's just so much fun, especially for Halloween. So the next middle grade book that I want to get to this month is The Strangers. This is by Margaret Peterson Haddix. So on this book we're following three siblings, and they live with their mom. They live like this normal life, but then three children go missing, and these kids that go missing happen to have the same names as the siblings and also the same birthdays. And so after they start like questioning their mom what is going on, she starts acting very suspicious, and I think she goes missing as well. And so it just sounds really interesting, and again a lot of great reviews about this book, so I can't wait to get to this one. Another middle grade that I want to get to is Beast and Beauty, Dangerous Tales, and this is by Soman Chainani. And so this is a compilation, I think, of 12 short stories, and they're retellings of like Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, just all the fairy tales, but they have a dark twist to them. So they're really short, and I think these are going to be perfect like bedtime reads for me and the girls. And then one book that I have been so excited to get to, that I finally have it and I already started reading it, is Under the Whispering Door by TJ Cloon. So this book is just, I have so many high expectations for this book, and so far I am loving this book. So on the book we're following Wallace, and he is this workaholic man who is actually very mean to his employees, and all his life revolves about work, and then he suddenly has like a heart attack and he dies. So then he doesn't realize that he is dead until he's greeted on his own funeral by the Reaper. And so he takes him to this tea house where he's supposed to cross over, but Wallace just refuses to be dead, and he just really wants to come back to life. But there's some lessons that he needs to learn, I think, in order to pass to the next life. But so far it's so cozy. I'm just really enjoying this book. And again, this is by TJ Cloon, who wrote The House on the Cerulean Sea, which I just absolutely love. So another book that I'm going to be finishing this month is The Witch's Heart. This is one that I started back in September, and I am just about halfway through. On this book we're following this witch who has the power of like the knowledge of future. She refused to help the gods use her powers to their benefit, so then she was cursed. Her children are born cursed, and they're just these really whimsical creatures. And so far this book has been so cozy. You can see the love that she has for her family, and I'm really loving it. I just can't wait to finish this one as well. Another book that is in my TBR for October is Velvet Was the Night. This is by Silvia Moreno Garcia. And so this is a book that I actually just finished because I was so excited to read this book, and I had the audiobook as well. So on this book, we are following Maite, and Maite is trying to find out what happened to her neighbor Leonor. Her neighbor asked her basically to watch her cat while she, I don't know, goes somewhere, but she then goes missing and no one can find her. So Leonor, the girl that went missing, she is a student, but she's also an activist. So she has some relationship with like some gangs. And so then when she goes missing, I think she was like holding on to some information that they had. So the gangs are looking for her, and also the federal police is looking for her. And so it's just really interesting following that whole, you know, like what happened. And also you get a look into Mexico City 1970s, which I think is really interesting. And so yeah, so this is again one that I just finished. It doesn't have a lot of like cozy October vibes but I think it's a great book to read any time of the year as well. Two that I am super excited to get to this month are The Night Circus and The Starless Sea. I mean, I have heard so many amazing reviews, and to be really honest with you, I don't know much about what the books are about, but sometimes I just rather go into the book and discover, especially when they have such amazing reviews. They are by Erin Morgensen, and again, super excited to get to these two as well. So another one that is in my list to read is The Cousins, and this is by Karen McManus. So on this book, we're following this group of cousins that go visit their grandma. The grandma does not have like a relationship with any of her kids, but because the grandma has called the cousins to go visit her, I think the parents think that it's a good idea for them to reunite with grandma. And so grandma is this rich lady who lives on an island, but apparently she has not such good intentions to reunite with her grandchildren, but she's just, I guess, trying to get rid of them. And so it sounds super scary, but also it has a lot of like family secrets that I love to read and find out why aren't these kids getting along with their mother. And if you know your mom is cuckoo, why you send your kids that way. So I'm just excited for this book as well. Another book that is finally on my TBR is House of Hollow. This is by Crystal Sutherland. So this is one that I had the audiobook on hold forever, and it just became available yesterday, so I just can't wait. So on this book, we're following three sisters, and these three sisters go missing when they were kids, when they were little, and somehow they come back. But when they come back home, they start to change, like their face features start to change, their hair color starts to change. So they don't remember what happened to them. But then when they're teenagers, one of the three sisters goes missing again. So then the other two are trying to remember and are trying to find out what happened to them when they were kids, so they can find out what is happening or where is their missing sister. So super excited. I mean, the cover is incredible. Another one that I think is going to be very fun to read this month. And so then I have another witch book that I didn't get to last month, and this is The Year of the Witching. This is by Alexis Henderson. So I talk about this book also on my recommendations of books to read on the fall. And so in this book, we're following this girl who, after her mom passes away, she is going through her diary, and she discovers that she might be a witch. And so back when she was born, I think you weren't supposed to like mix like villages or race, and so she comes from already like a forbidden relationship. So I just can't wait to read all about this book as well. Another book that I am super excited to get through this month is For the Wolf, and this is by Hannah Witten. So I think this is her debut novel, and so just a look at the cover, oh my god, major Halloween vibes. In this book, we're following two sisters, and it says back here, the first daughter is for the throne, the second daughter is for the wolf. So the second daughter is already meant to be sacrificed and be sent to the wolf. That way the wolf can return the gods back to the world. And when she goes to see the wolf, she finds out that he is actually not a monster, and then she's learning that she has some magical powers. So how amazing does that sound? Two other books that I am again super excited for are my classics. So this month I'm going to be reading Dracula and Jane Eyre, which by the way I just finished as well, and I love, like, this has to be like one of the best books I ever read, just because the writing is so beautiful, and this novel was like so perfect. Like, it has a little bit of hunting house to it, it has a little bit of love, and it was just perfect. And the cover is just incredible, like look at that. And then the back is so pretty. I love these penguin editions of classics. And so the other one is Dracula, and this is by Bram Stoker, and again another beautiful cover. Just look at that, look at these two. Oh my goodness, like I just want to display the back of these books because they're just so pretty to look at. And also Dracula, of course, we all know and love Mr. Dracula, but I've never actually read the book, so I'm excited for that. Then I have this other book that I don't know if I'm gonna get to, honestly. Like, I do have the audiobook on hold, but it probably won't be ready for another 4 weeks. But this is Payback's a Witch and I just love the cover, and don't know much about this book other than it's giving me major like October Halloween vibes. So this is probably one, if it's a 4-week wait, hopefully it will be available around Halloween and I can't read that. Maybe I'll do a reading vlog for just Halloween books, so I can't wait. So another book that I am going to be reading this month is Malice by Heather Walter. I actually already started this book as well. I am in chapter 12, and by the way, look at these cute little bookmarks that Ariel gave me yesterday. They're just so cute. Oh my goodness, here she comes again. So this book is a retelling of Sleeping Beauty, but this is more the villain's point of view, and I'm loving this book. This is giving me major Halloween Disneyland vibe. So another book that I have here is The Last Time I Lied, and this is one that I also borrowed from the library. This is by Riley Sager, and another one that I can't wait to get to. So on this book, I believe we're following this group of friends who go camping, and then there is some sort of massacre that happens in there. So just so perfect for this time of year as well. Another book that I just can't wait to get to is The Last House on Needless Street. This is by Catriona Ward. I mean, the cover is just giving me major haunted house vibes with a cat. And so on this book, I think there is a serial killer, there are children missing, there is a teenage girl who's not allowed to leave her house, and this house at the end of the street. And so it just sounds so creepy. It sounds like the kind of movie I love to watch, so I just can't wait to read this book. So another one that I want to get through this month is The Library of the Dead. You again. I'm not talking to you. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Another book that I want to get through this month is The Library of the Dead by T.L. Huju. And so I'm super excited for this one. I hope that I have time for this one as well. On this book, we are following Ropa, and she has the ability to talk to ghosts. And so basically they tell her that there is this group of ghosts that are bewitching children and taking their ability to have joy. So she really wants to investigate and find out what is happening. And then she finds this secret library of the dead. And that just sounds so spooky and magical. And it's one that I definitely want to get through this month as well. Another book that I'm going to be listening to, this is one that I only have on audiobook. It's Clown in a Cornfield by Adam Cesar. And so this book has all of those like cheesy, scary Halloween movie. It's supposed to be a clown, a cornfield. I mean, what else you need to know? Another book that I am super excited about is Jar of Hearts, and this is by Jennifer Hillier. So I don't know much about what the book is about other than it is a thriller. I recently read another one of her books, Little Lies, and I loved the plot twist so much. And then based on reviews, I think this one is even better than that one. So I'm just super excited and I can't wait. So there you go. Those are the books that I am hoping to get through this month. I know it's quite a long TBR, but I do have a lot of audiobooks for most of these books at least. And I just can't wait. I'm super excited to get into that fall spooky Halloween mood now. And so yeah, let me know which books you guys are going to be reading this month. Let me know if you are reading any of these books as well. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.